Okay, now that time it went live. All right. I'm trying to. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, he's goofed up on me here. I don't know what's going on with the. I had to boot out and go back in. YouTube didn't want to get started right this morning for some reason. Hope everything's doing all right with you, Jamie. I'm trying to keep a little warm up here in the building. It's not too bad cold. Really, the weather's great this morning. Other than it being overcast and cloudy, a little bit rainy, but it's only like 60 degrees outside. It's only about 60 degrees. How's the weather where you're at? Let me let me brush back my hair. What I got left of it. Uh, yeah, the weather's just kind of overcast. It rained last night. Some well need very needed rain that we got. I mean, everything around here is dry as a bone. Hey, Zach. Gosh, it's late for you, isn't it? Glad you're still up. Well, I'm not, I guess, glad you're still up. I guess it's Monday morning for you right now, isn't it? Early Monday morning. Yeah, we get going here an hour later and everything. I guess you're about ready to hit the sack. Uh, you just got home. Okay. All right. Out partying or what are you doing, Zach? You having a good time? Out having a good time? Yeah, that's let you wind down and you listen to me run my mouth and everything. Yeah, I put a title out there. I don't know if people are interested in. I I was oh, that was last. Okay, yeah. So you just had a did you just have a birthday recently? Am I remembering that right? Not too awful last month or so. Am I remembering that right, or am I just thinking that? I don't know. I can't remember everybody's birthday off the top of my head, but for some reason I had you having a birthday. Uh, the ones that are on Facebook with me too, and I get that pop up and tells me that kind of stuff. Yeah, back in November. Okay, yeah, my wife's birthday's in November. Maybe it was around hers is November 18th. I was thinking yours was somewhere around there. I I remember that pop up. I try to keep that in my mind anyway. It's hard for this old brain here to remember all these facts and everything. Hey, Blake, how are you? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Uh, I hope you're doing well, Blake. Are, I guess your paving is paving already finished up there. I can't remember. I actually saw your buddy up there. Uh, uh, Gosh, sure, I'm about to forget his name. Jump back online for the first time in about a year. Justin, yeah, Justin was what I was trying to think of. Yeah, yeah, paving's about finished by now. Hey, Jerome, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I know where that's at. Yeah, uh, yeah, Pottsville. No, that's right. Isn't that right dab in the middle of the state almost? That's over in the steel countryside, I believe. If I think I'm right, more over toward Pittsburgh and all in that area. I think I can't remember exactly. I'm not. I mean, I've been around Pottsville. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those days and everything. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw my title and everything I put out there. I was watching. I think some of the regular people on the that watch NFL and everything are getting tired of the NFL promoting Taylor Swift Taylor Swift and her boyfriend Travis and everything. I think they're getting tired of that. Some people are, and but it is what it is. They self promote each other, I guess. They all make money. Northeast of Harrisburg, yeah. Well, I've been to Harrisburg a lot, yeah, over the years. We used to have a terminal. Well, I mean, FedEx still does. Has a big hub up there at Harrisburg. And I used to have to go up there. Well, I had trucks that did what they call a butt or a meet point with Harrisburg drivers all the time. I used to have that all the time. I had one that went into Lexington and up to Mount Jackson. And every once in a while, I would have to go all the way up to Harrisburg ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I know it did. I guess the cross promotion and everything on that Blake. Yeah. What the heck? I guess that's working out good. We got to keep up with the love life of a millionaire dating a billionaire. Well, I tell you what, that's a phenomenal. That's for sure. Oh, you're in Dunn, North Carolina. Oh, okay. That's on the eastern part of the state. I'm over here on the western side. Well, here comes our rain again. We were talking about rain a minute ago. I don't know if you can hear it on my building here, but the rain's coming down. Let's see. Let's see if we can make it rain here. Make it rain some stuff. Yeah, we got Dunn, North Carolina is down on the eastern part of the state, and I'm over here on the western side of Charlotte and everything. If you know where Charlotte's at, I'm about 35 miles west of Charlotte, out in the countryside. So that's where I live. That's where I live. Jamie knows where it is. If Jamie's still in here, yeah. Jamie came by to see me about what was it, about 2 months ago. Yeah, yeah. I'm over here in what they call the Piedmont section of North Carolina. Yeah, if you're over here on the western side near Charlotte, that's close to where I'm at, Jerome. Give me a shout out and everything. Give me a shout out, and maybe I can meet up with you or something. I guess I had to meet up with you at a truck stop, wouldn't I? But we got some truck stops down below us here. But every once in a while, if you're running down I-85, you run I-85 south like you're going to Atlanta, right before you get to the state line in North Carolina and South Carolina. I live just north of that. Yep, Cherryville, North Carolina, USA. That's me. You had to say USA for Zach, so he knows which part of the USA I'm at. Zach will probably stay in here till he falls asleep. He says it's already 1. Well, I guess it's about 10 after 1 in Australia out there. Because he's coming in. Zach's getting ready to come into his summertime out there. So he should have good weather and everything now. We're getting ready to come into winter next, week and a half. Hey, Joy. Glad you could make it in here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it in here. 42 degrees Celsius there. Oh gosh, that's warm. I can't remember. I know you had to add the 32 degrees and everything else for Fahrenheit. And so that's, gosh, I can't convert that. I'd have to have something, but I know 42 degrees Celsius is pretty daggum warm. Yeah, 50 degrees Fahrenheit for you, Joey. Yeah, Zach's talking Celsius. Oh, it's 100 plus. I thought it was warm. Whew. Now, which are you in the outback section of Australia? Where now? What part of Australia is that, Zach? Is that? I mean, I'm just trying to correlate in my mind where that's at exactly. Where you're at? You're not. Of course, people forget Australia is not. I mean, Australia is a continent. I mean, that's like us saying North America here for us. We're the United States, but we're just one section. We're just one country in the whole continent. Oh, in Wales. Okay. So you're in the other, you're not in see, South Wales. Now, see, I had to really think about Australia. I mean, because Australia being the size it is, you kind of misconstrue, like I said, that's a continent, not just a country. I mean, it's not a country. Of course, I don't know how do you define that? Yeah, yeah, you had to show me on Facebook. Yeah, give me a thing, but yeah, South Wales. Yeah, I get because that's South Wales. I guess it's defined as that name was picked up because of the English Wales. Hey, Ag Tech, good gracious, long time no see. You got Ag Tech and Zach in here both. Wow. Yeah. Well, tinkering on the service truck, are you? Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. There's Zach over there, Ag Tech. Yeah, I'm getting my Canadian friends and Australian friends. I hadn't seen Patrick in a while. Patrick hadn't gotten on as much lately from Austria. Yeah. Yeah. Ag Tech, you're probably going to get into your busy season now that harvest is finished. You'll be in your busy season servicing all the farm equipment and everything, won't you? Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. It's for Ag Tech, it's early in the morning. Of course, now y'all don't have daylight saving time out there. So I'm not quite as early as I used to be for you. You and Zach don't have daylight saving time. Kind of messes up Zach because he gets me way later, and then Ag Tech can now not have to get up at 6 in the morning to see me and everything. I guess that's the benefits of not being on daylight saving time. Yep. Well, I'm glad to see a lot of people in here and able to converse with each other and all that sort of stuff. I've had a good, interesting week and everything. Last night, the wife and I, we actually went out and went to a concert. Uh, we loved going over to our small venue over here in Shelby called the Don Gibson Theater. I don't know, for you guys that are young, you may not know who Don Gibson is, but he's a country artist that grew up in this area over here in Shelby, and went on to fame and fortune, and wrote a bunch of #1 hits for Patsy Cline and Ray Charles, and even for himself too. And then after he passed, they rebuilt an old theater over here in Shelby and remodeled it and everything. It used to be just a movie theater, and they call it the Don Gibson Theater. And his wife gave a bunch of money for it too, and all kind of stuff like that. But it's really, really nice. And last night they had Pam Tillis over there, and Pam Tillis, of Mel Tillis's daughter. Of course, she was famous in the '90s with some of her songs. Maybe it was Memphis and Queen of Denial and a bunch of others. But she put on a good show last night, and it's in, like I said, it's in a small venue. It's they only seat about 400 people in this venue, but it really makes it nice and cozy, and you kind of feel like you're in your den watching the performance and everything. I've seen a lot of good groups over there, and that are passing through. Yeah, it was a date night for me and Barbara. Yeah, it was a date night for us, and we were enjoying it and all that kind of stuff. So I enjoy venues like that, and been able to get out and see some good local, good entertainment in a local venue that's not crowded. I mean, we left the venue, drove home, traffic was real live. I mean, hardly no traffic at all coming back to my house. So it's really a great situation for me. I don't want to get in these big crowds. I can't take these stadium crowds anymore. Yeah. Yeah, me and Barbara are high school sweethearts. We are, Joey. We both went to high school together, started dating in high school, got married not long after we got out of high school. Barbara was a freshman in college, and I was a sophomore when we got married. And we've been married 53 years. So I'm gonna put up with her a few more years, I think. And but videos, what kind of videos? You mean what kind of videos are you talking about, Joey? I'm gonna eat me. It's Christmas time. I'm eating Werther's. Got to keep my throat from drying up on me. What kind of videos are, when you said videos, you talking about videos of when I was young? Oh, Blake needs to make some. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Trump hadn't rattled anybody's chain lately, Zach. He's still on the news out here, but he's playing it cool. He's getting all the attention because he's not going to these debates, and he's not doing anything. He's kind of letting the voters come to him instead of him going to the voter. He still has a lot of rallies around here, and he's still leading in the polls, and everybody else is digging hard as they can and spending all their money, and they can't even seem to catch him in the polls. Yeah, hey, Renegade. Glad to see you jump in here too. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't been able to get out and get any videos. I'm like Blake. These videos are hard to do sometimes when you take time to edit, when you got a lot of things going on. Blake's got a wife that's expecting, so so I know he's probably keeping keeping her busy, or she's keeping him busy, I bet, too. Trying to get everything prepared for that. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's staying busy this time of year. We kind of move things around here in the shop, and you notice I got these sterile coney lifts right here behind me. We got 55 over on this bay. We're opening up that bay. I've got a truck. I've got a buddy of mine. Some of y'all may remember him, Landon Walker. He's also a contractor. He's still a contractor, and I actually sold him a couple of routes and everything on my deal to help him get started at FedEx. But he is the gas man for Hendrick Motorsports on the 24 car, and he and his wife are contractors. And he has a truck that went down, and we've got it out here. We're going to rebuild the engine, get another engine in it. So we've cleared out a bay over there for him, so he can stay in a warm and dry environment and everything. Yep. Yeah, these are the sterile coney lifts right here. Each one of these, each one will take 14,000 pounds. So you can lift a dump truck up or tractor trailer truck. As long as you got the height and everything in your building, you can lift them up, and they do a great job. And if you don't have the height, they're portable. As you can tell, they got we can roll them around where we need them, and then they're portable and they're battery controlled. Well, I mean, you have to recharge the batteries. You got lithium batteries in them, but they'll lift in conjunction. You have to wire them together, all four of them. You wire them together, and then they'll lift up at the same time. Pretty neat setup. Yeah, we really like them and everything. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to have trucks that run in the wintertime. Seasonal work's tough. Seasonal work's tough, Blake. I know what you mean. I would hate to have to rely just on seasonal work, because that can be tough on your income and everything. I mean, it's tough when you got seasonal bills, you might say. Other words, the reason I say that, every year, in come January and February, you're paying a ton of money for tags, and then in July you got a ton of money on IFTA, and so you got seasonal bills that really eat into you. I know tags when I got out, were $1,800 a piece. They were $1,800 a piece, and then if you had 30 trucks, you can do the math on that. That's about $60,000, close to $60,000 in tags. And then if you then come around July, you got to pay your IFTA tax, and that's $550 per truck. So there again, you got the same thing. If you got 30 trucks, then that's $15,000 you got to pay out almost. I think I'm right. Somewhere in there. I know it's always a aggravating time to have to pay that. So you get into that with the trucking business, but it's good not to have to worry about seasonal work, though. He said something about my Chase Elliott. Well, it's at my Napa store. Well, my old Napa. I mean, all that memorabilia. Yeah, I got the Chase Elliott hood. I got a hood and a quarter panel, and then I got a fire suit that uh, Landon Walker had when he actually pitted for when he was the fuel man for Chase Elliott. So I got all that out there at my. I mean, I kept it I kept it up and everything over there. It's mine, but it's over there at my old Napa store. I let them keep it displayed and everything out there. But I don't have the Napa store. I mean, I own the building, but I don't run the franchise anymore. Yeah, insurance. Yeah, insurance is the killer too. Yeah, insurance. If you're lucky, you can get 10 or 12,000 a year per truck on insurance. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a killer. Oh, y'all got Napa in Australia? Wow. Yeah, I'm retired now. Speaking of that, I'm always getting people that they see my videos about FedEx and all that sort of stuff. And I have to continually, I mean, I have people text me or email me or actually call me or whatever and want me to be a consultant. And I go, sorry guys, I'm not going to be hired by anybody to be a consultant. I'm retired. I mean, if they can get anything out of my videos when I do a FedEx video, that's what I'm gonna give them. I'll give them my opinion and that sort of stuff. And if they've got specific ideas, I'll chat with them occasionally. But as far as being hired as a consultant, I don't want that. I don't need it. Uh, my my time is more valuable to me than trying to work myself to death for somebody else getting started in business. And if you were hired on as a consultant, they would expect you to work for them and answer a lot of questions and stop what you're doing and help them. And I'm not into doing that. And I hope people will understand. But yeah, I'm retired. I am retired and I'm enjoying retirement. And my health just won't allow me to do a lot of stuff. I mean, you guys don't see it probably as much, but I have a hard time of breathing. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I have a hard time breathing, and when I work around the shop here, or if I walk very far at all, I have to turn around and sit down a lot because I can't do like what I used to do. Now I can still work my equipment. I run my Bobcats and I run my track hoe and skid steer, all the stuff that I have. I can still use it. Not probably as I take more breaks than I used to. I mean, I don't want to get out there and work 10 hours a day on anything, but running equipment I can still do, but getting to and from the equipment sometimes is the hardest job for me, climbing in and out of it. I mean, I was telling my wife the other day, I said, good gosh, I said, it's tough with this equipment. Is just big, and getting in and out of it, it just wears me out from what I used to do. Yeah, I sold everything, Zach. I got one service truck. I got a Dodge. I got a Dodge out here. That's the last one I have. I sold my big service truck, the one that was on a tractor trailer, my tractor trailer service truck. It was on a Sterling, Ford Sterling, that big one. I sold it, and I had two other service trucks. I had a GMC and a Ford, and I sold those. The only one I have left now is that I got a Dodge. I got a Dodge 3500 with the Cummins diesel, and it's sitting right outside here right now. but I still have it. Me and Jim use it. Of course, it has transmission problems, and if you think we call it our town car. We don't take it on long trips or anything because it gets around town fine and that sort of stuff, but it has issues. So we deal with the issues and just drive it around town. And it's great for down here on the farm. I go get off-road fuel and then I can take it over to my equipment and fill up my equipment without having to bring the equipment up to a pump, and take the pump to it. And that's that sort of stuff. So it works great for that. And if we've not got tools or air compressor, we got a big air compressor on it on the back, and all that sort of stuff. Pull equipment out. Just the normal service truck stuff. We've got it for that, and it makes it handy. It makes it handy, but a guy. Yeah, well, that's what I do with the tool cat, Blake. The tool cat, I ride it around like a side by side a lot of times. I like my little tool cat. I can get in and out of it pretty good and pretty easy, and it picks up most of the equipment that I want to pick up and that sort of stuff. And so, I've got some equipment to get some stuff done. And this winter, I got to get a lot of stuff done. I've got all this debris that's left over when I had the trees. I logged my trees going down toward my house, and then I got another 20 acres off to one side, and I logged it over there too. But the debris going down toward my house, the wife wants me to clean that up, so I've got about a 7 or 8 acre plot that I'm going to have to clean up on that. So that's going to keep me busy. Me and Jimmy, I had to get Jimmy out there to help me a little bit too. I had to get him out of the shop every once in a while. Yeah, Walter talking about that Stapleton 42. Yeah, he's been going to all kind of shops around here. I mean, I've seen him. I mean, he's been anything over and around the Charlotte area. He probably ought to move down here because that young boy, he does a pretty good job getting out. And he's made him I guess that's his full-time job now, is just doing that. Him and his girlfriend get out and interview all the different drivers and the teams and that sort of stuff. And he's got a pretty good following with that. I've watched his show a couple of times myself, and of course he's young. He's young. He doesn't realize all the history that we've got right here in this area, I guess. I mean, that's like a lot of people don't realize. Right here in my hometown of Cherryville, Bobby Isaac used to come down here a good bit. And Bobby Isaac, of course, didn't live too far from here anyway. He lived over at Catawba, North Carolina, Catawba and Newton Conover area. And so he lived in this area, and then he lived there. And then also, what's the other driver lived up there at Catawba? Used to be big at roller skating and everything. Well, I'm about to forget his name. He drove for the Wood Brothers. His last big ride was with the Wood Brothers. Help me out, guys, if you're a NASCAR fan. I can picture him just plain as day right now. But he lived over in Catawba. And oh God, it's tough getting old and you can't remember these names sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot of, of course, Ned Jarrett was up there in the Newton Conover area. That's where him and Dale Jarrett were from. And that's only about 15, 20 miles from right here in Cherryville. And a lot of people used to go up to the Hickory track, which is just right up the road from here, and that sort of stuff. And then Gaffney is right down below us, about the same amount of distance below us. And that was a famous dirt track at one time. They used to have that. And then over at Shelby, they used to have NASCAR races over there and all kind of stuff. Gosh, what was that driver's name? He's been out of NASCAR several years. Well, he tried to stay in and couldn't, but what was his name? I actually got behind him one time going to Darlington when he was still with the Wood Brothers. I was in a tractor trailer truck and I was behind his motor home. No, it wasn't Mark Martin. Mark's from Arkansas. Oh gosh. Now, he drove for Wood Brothers. That was his last big ride. He drove the 21 car for Wood Brothers. Oh gosh, I hate it when I get a mind blurb like that. Oh crap. Let's see. Elliott Sadler drove for Wood Brothers, but wasn't Elliott. Elliott's up there in Virginia. I'm just trying to piece all this together. But he was big into, if you're an old NASCAR, he used to be big into roller skating. He would roller skate a good bit. And oh gosh. Crack my head here. I'm trying to think. No, well, Pearson drove for him too. Pearson was from Spartanburg, which is right down below me here too. Pearson drove. Yeah, he was big with. Pearson was the most successful with Woods Brothers, but he was after Pearson. He was after Pearson, and before the current. Oh gosh. Oh, but he's from right. Like I said, he didn't live 20 miles from here. Oh, that drives me crazy when I can't remember that. Come on, guys, use your brains. Let's do a collective brain. He won about. He didn't win, but about I think 10 or 15 races. I mean, he won some races. He was competitive at one time, but then he kind of fell off the competitive edge and he's probably close to 80 years old right now. Because when I was young, he was just getting started good in the 70s. He was just getting started good in the 70s, early, about the time Dale Earnhardt was. Oh God. But he was big in late model, did real good in late model, and then moved up to Cup. I'll just have to forget about it. No, it wasn't Donnie Allison. No, Donnie wasn't in the Alabama gang. Donnie Allison's the Alabama gang. Morgan Shepherd, I thought it. Oh, God. Whew, finally came to Morgan Shepherd is who I was trying to think of. Yeah, Morgan Shepherd lived right over in Catawba. Gosh, the old juices finally got around to remembering it. But yeah, I've met Morgan Shepherd, and I, like I was saying, I was behind him one day. He was in his motor home going to the Darlington race, and it had a bunch of the motor home had a bunch of stickers on it and everything. And he started chatting with me. We were headed down, like I said, to Darlington. I was going down there to our terminal, and it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. and I saw all the stickers on it, and I said, you headed to the race? He said, yeah, I'm headed to the race. I said, you must be a Morgan Shepherd fan with all these stickers on this motorhome. And he said, I'm pretty much a Morgan Shepherd fan. I said, really? And then his wife got on the CB with us. He says, you're talking to Morgan Shepherd. And yeah, but he lived not too far from here. But that's who it was. I know it. I was. Yeah, y'all saw me racking my brain. Yeah, but that's who it was, Morgan Shepherd. It took me and I guess because you don't hear that name very often, and that's not a real common name. It got stuck. It got stuck back here in the back of my cranium, I guess, somewhere back there. Now everybody had to get my thumbs up. Let's do the old thumbs up stuff. Help the analytics get bigger out here. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to take a nap. Probably right here in just a little bit, Jamie. The old brain needs a nap. I'm gonna go back this afternoon, like I said, and watch a little NFL and let them talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and promote each other and that sort of stuff. That's what we can do on a Sunday or Sunday night. But Taylor Swift didn't help Travis Kelce this past week. He wasn't able to pull it out. Her charm didn't charm a win up there at Green Bay. So that happens. So even when the Swifties get out there, they can't pull off a win sometimes. But speaking of those things, I'm gonna and napping. Jamie's got me an idea. I believe I'm gonna call it a day. I've enjoyed getting out here and chit chatting and everything with everybody. I need to go, since I had a date night last night. I need to go let my brain relax a little bit. As you can tell, it's not 100% because I can't even remember common things there. So I need to let the old brain kind of revamp a little bit, get out of the rain here. Y'all take care, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. See you around.